What is up, Obscure Mic people? I've got so many wireless XLR sets. This is the XVIVE U30 for condensers, but there's a caveat here. XVIVE wireless XLR system, it says for condensers, but again, it's got a nice caveat. Let's unbox it. Dun 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 dun. Slidey box. Okay, these look nice. Ooh, see, these are some of the smallest ones I think I've dealt with. I can handle small, that's what she said. We've got some other gear in here. We've got USB to dual micro. We got some documentation, leather pouch. Solid. Speaking of the charging connection, it is old school micro, which is a little disappointing. Probably the most disappointing thing so far in this little box set. The build quality is good, metal up top, then kind of plasticky, but really good plastic, not super hollow feeling, nothing like that. We've got power, we've got 48 volts and 12 volts. That's where the caveat is. 12 volts, I'd have no problem, and 48 to be honest. But turning that 12 volts on and using a dynamic, be fine in my opinion. I don't know if the preamp is hissy on 12 volts, we'll find out. But the power switch, just slide up. They turn on, they're synced. You can change the, I think, volume level there by a press of a button. 2323. And then we'll plug it up to the Donner Live Jack M, super portable setup, and we'll see how it works with a El Cheapo Condensero. Okay, I've got it hooked up. I've got the gain barely set up on the Donner Live Jack M. This is what it sounds like. It seems to be working okay. Let's do a distance test. I'm gonna walk to the tree. Distance test with a condenser microphone with an XLR wireless set. Right now my back is probably hampering some of the sound. Like I've got the mic in front of me, so maybe the direct signal is not there. But I'll walk from the window to the tree. Or, as another guy would say it, from the window to the wall. I got sweat dripping down my... Oh, y'all. Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. Oh, skeet, skeet, motherfucker. Oh, skeet, skeet, skeet. Is it working? Am I skeeting? Are we skeeting all in the grass? It's still hot. September, still hot. I do have sweat dripping down my... No. Some dudes over there just watching me. That's good times. All right, so we'll listen back. We'll do a dynamic test. We'll see how this worked out. I'm encouraged though so far, so we shall see. I'll be right back. At least on my phone, listening back on my phone, which I used to record the outside portion, these seemed great. I want to make sure of that right now. We're going to hook it up to the SM58 and then maybe another mic or two. They seemed pretty great. I wish it was USB-C charging, but man, the fact that these are this small, like super small, like XVIVE seems to get pretty solid reviews in it. I think they're going to get a solid review for me. Again, I'm going to take the 48 volts and I'm going to tick it down to 12 volts and then power these on. And I really like just the way these feel in my hand. That's what she said. Let's switch over, see what the difference is. We're wired now. Let's see if there's any more noise introduced. Pretty quiet. My fridge just kicked on though. Here we go. That's interesting. I definitely hear a big difference in the sound through my headphones. I don't know if that comes through on the video or not. Maybe these aren't the best for a dynamic microphone. I was thinking just because it has 12 volts doesn't mean you need 12 volts. So maybe these are much better for but let's see. Let's hook up a booster and see if the phantom power combined with the booster takes away some of the noise. But the noise is not coming through on my readout. Let me be clear here. Headphones, yes. Level meter, no. So maybe it's just a headphone thing. Let's try a mic booster. I still get some noise. I still get some noise in my headphones, but now I've got a Behringer mic booster with the XVIVE hanging off the SM58, and this is what it sounds like. I dial back my levels quite a bit, so I mean, still usable with a dynamic with a mic booster. Without a mic booster, there was a lot of noise in my headphones. I don't know about the video. I'm going to watch it and come back. This is interesting, though. Let's do condenser in studio real quick. So now I've got it plugged into the Shure SM4. I have no extra noise in the headphones. I do have there is almost like a latency in my monitoring, and maybe that doesn't come through to the video. I'm going to guess that's the case. But these definitely work great for condenser mics. So I'm guessing, I thought maybe, there was a workaround where you could go 12 volts that a dynamic would be fine. Apparently, if you want to use these with the dynamic, get the dynamic set. I've got the condenser set. They seem to work well. I'm going to do a listen back, but I also want to make sure the quality's the same, so I'm going to switch over to a cable real quick. Okay, so now I'm wired, and this is what it sounds like wired. Does it sound the same? I'm going to listen back in a minute and then come right back, but we'll see. Okay, so Timmy Turner stands corrected here. Actually, with this on with 12 volts, I didn't even power them off. I think the workaround is real. I think, sorry, XVIVE, you've got the dynamic and the condenser set, and the condenser set, in my opinion, can be used with dynamics and condensers with no problem. Switch that power to 12 volts instead of 48 volts. The noise, it's apparently just a monitoring thing. I thought that the XVIVE system sounded great on the SM58. It sounded great on the SM4. And I think this is a nice one-stop shop to use dynamics and condensers wirelessly, and I was pretty impressed with how well they performed. And I think out of all the sets I've used thus far, the XVIVE U3C, despite the fact that it is micro USB charging, this is the set for me. I'm looking around the studio trying to figure out what other ones I have. And I do have some others, but these are it, man. These are pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now, the one thing is, these do come in at $219, and there are a lot of cheaper systems out there, but I still think these are the best. Cheaper or not, these are good. And when it comes to things like these, I would almost rather pay the price and get a set that I deem as good. Again, man, just update them with USB-C and we're golden. But these are great. I don't know what else to say. $219 wireless XLR. I'm going to use the crap out of them. So if it's something you would use the crap out of, $219 one-time purchase is fine. I'm very impressed by them, and I don't remember being this impressed by a set of wireless XLR pieces. Again, there's been some that I think are pretty solid, pretty good, but these are definitely the best so far. So do with that what you will at the price of $219. I like them, XVIVE. Thanks for sending them over. Mark's out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one, or Timmy Turner's out of here, if you get that reference and understand why I'm Timmy Turner today. Peace out. Very God-obscure mic people.